Royal Challengers Bangalore kept their playoff hopes alive. In fact, bolstered it with a thumping win in Jaipur over Rajasthan Royals. It came despite having to make two big changes with Josh Hazlewood and one into Hasaranga out of the mix. Now they travel to Hyderabad to face the Sunrisers, who are out of contention, even mathematically. Will they continue with that combination? That's the question we're putting to Ian Bishop and Deep Dasgupta. Deep, it worked. Parnell and Bracewell, who came in, both had good outings.
Yeah.
What do you want to see?
Okay, I mean, you ideally don't want to change, and especially after that kind of a victory. They were comprehensive. But again, I guess at times you've got to look at that pitch and then have a final go at your playing 11. But I don't see any particular reason why they need to change. I think everything looked all right, unless again you're looking at opposition and do you need a off spinner, or or you want to go with a quick bowler or something. I think that so we are talking about Hyderabad. That generally the spinners have done well, but then again you go see the pitch and looks good for a seam bowler. Then obviously you've got someone like Hazlewood who's sitting outside.
Yeah. So assessing first the Parnell Hazlewood clash, Bish. What does Parnell bring? Assuming, of course, Hazlewood is fit and you have to choose between the two. What does Parnell add to the mix?
Left-handedness and form. He's obviously been fitter than Josh has been in the last few months and playing more cricket, been more active and bowled beautifully in that last game. So I would say from where I'm sitting, it would be doing Wayne a disservice to remove him, even though I rate Josh Hazlewood highly.
The trickier call, you'd imagine, is the Bracewell-Hasaranga debate, because there are more layers to this, especially the fact that Bracewell also gives you cover for what has been a severely underperforming lower middle order.
It does, but then I was a little surprised the last game. I thought he would come up the order to bat, which he did not. Yeah. So obviously they're not looking at Bracewell as an all-rounder, predominantly for his bowling. So from that perspective, I think then obviously, I mean, Hasaranga would be your first choice. I mean, he had a niggle last game, but if he's fit, I think he goes in first anyways.
Wrist spin against Sunrisers this season has taken 17 wickets at an average of 25. Off spin against Sunrisers this season has taken 3 wickets at an average of 54.66. So you could also look at that and say, Hasaranga might be a better option here against a highly right-handed dominant team. But what RCB will sit down and say is our chemistry. How important is continuity and our chemistry versus trying to make a matchup? So I think that's one that's going to be determined. It's up in the air.
From a Sunrisers perspective, they are out of contention, which potentially gives a chance to try players, get back players who have been on the bench for a considerable period. And one of the notable ones in that regard, Bish, is Umran Malik, the star of their season last year. Didn't have a good time, but what are your assessments on how Umran Malik fared in the games he got and how he was managed or used by his team?
I thought you were going to tell me Harry Brooks back tomorrow looking at the long-term future. What about Glenn Phillips? Can he not come back in the team? Seriously, come on. I'm a fan of Umran Malik, still a young man early in his senior cricket career. The challenge is Sunrisers have made so many changes and they've been unsuccessful from early, so trying to find the right winning combination has been a problem. So you're caught between a young player trying to continue to develop him and the need for the franchise to be successful. It's a cutthroat business. So it's a hard one to wear, but I would prefer, there were some games that I think Umran could have had more playing time, and how they captain him and use him when he bowls, what he bowls, is going to be Aiden Markram's one of his big testing points. So yes, I feel Umran, given that he has ascended to somewhere in the international mix somewhere, should be playing more.
You saw Umran a couple of years ago, first time, and you've seen him this season. Have you seen a change in him? Have you seen the development that you were expecting at least?
He hasn't developed, and there could be many reasons for that. We all say that he has the great deal staying in the dugout there. And even if there are some quick learners, there are some slow learners. And as coaches, we have to find a way to flick the switch and advise in a language that is communicated and effective to a bowler. Umran Malik has something that is very rare, very, very rare. And when you have that type of pace, you give it an extra go because you have to look at what it could be rather than what it is right now.
Right. So we'll wait and see if Umran Malik gets a go, but all eyes will be on RCB. Win this one, they get to 14, they remain in that mix to reach 16 points, which could yet be enough to earn that playoff ticket.